Today we have a special guest video from Nancy with Sweet Traditions. Nancy is going to teach us how to add royal icing to cookies and then use your Ikonart stencils to stencil on them. Of course, Nancy is using our Ikonart Stencil Glaze today, and first she had to make her stencils. So she printed her design, exposed her stencil, washed it out, dried her stencil, and then applied the glaze, and now she's ready to make her cookies. I'll also include in the description box a link to Nancy's tutorial on how to make your own royal icing. So let's get started.
So now that we have our stencils all ready, we're gonna get our cookies ready. Before we are able to stencil on cookies, we have to flood them. And flooding them basically means just adding a base coat of icing to them. I like to use a flood consistency that's kind of a medium consistency. It has a little bit of a flow to it, but it's not really runny. This is also a good consistency that I like to use in my stencils when I stencil. So, okay, so now we're gonna load some icing into our bag. A great tip for doing that is use a glass. And we're just going to put our bag in our glass, push it down, and then it makes it really easy to fill it up. And then just let it go to the bottom. Another great tip that I'd love to share with you guys is that I like to use they're chip bag clips. I think they make a really good clip to hold my bags closed, and then that way I don't have to worry about icing coming. What we're gonna get started doing is, because we have a really simple color palette for this set of cookies for Valentine's Day, we're just gonna use some red, pink, white, and a little bit of black. So let's get going. Okay. So I'm gonna take this bag and I'm going to push all the icing to the tip if I can. And then I'm going to cut a little tiny triangle off the top. Now, it's always better to not cut enough than to cut too much, because you can't put it back on the bag. So cut just a little bit and then try it out. We're going to use, for this Valentine set, we're just going to use some basic shapes. So I just have a heart and 2 different sized circles. Okay. Now when you pipe, you're going to hold up towards the top of your bag, touch it to your cookie, and then just let the icing flow and go around your outline. And then when you get back to where you're starting, touch it back down again. And then we're just going to go through and fill this all in. And then I will use my scribe. A lot of cookiers use a scribe tool. You can use a toothpick, you can use a skewer. It all will work the same. And we're just going to move this icing around to make sure that it is all the way to the edges. And then I like to give it just a little bit of a wiggle. Okay guys, let's show you how easy it is to make a really impressive cookie with these Ikonart stencils. Now, I've already designed my stencil set for this Valentine's themed cookie. I have my stencil. It's already been treated with the Ikonart edible glaze, so the stencils are food safe. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my stencil here. I'm going to line this up. Okay. I have a little bit of black icing in this bag. It is at a nice kind of medium consistency, and we're just going to squiggle a little bit on here. I am going to avoid these little heart sections up at the top for right now. Okay, and we're just going to scrape down. Now you can use a squeegee scraper like this one. This is from Ateko, which is a cake company. You can find these on Amazon. Okay, and so I've already scraped my icing. Now we'll just pull it back. We have a super cute detailed little cookie. Now, to make it even more adorable, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna let this royal dry for just a little second, and I'm gonna get out my markers. These are food safe markers that you can get at most craft stores now, and a lot of cake and cookie places online. You can also find them on Amazon. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my markers and I'm gonna color, essentially. Now you can color your hearts on here like this. We can color her dress in. Just add a little bit more interest to our cookie. Another option that we could do is we could take this same cookie, and rather than use the marker to make the hearts, we can use our icing. And to do that, all we're gonna do is we're gonna pipe a little dot and pull it down, touch a little dot and pull it down, and then we can make some little dimensional hearts. If you want to define it a little bit more and have a little bit more of a point, just use your scribe or your toothpick and you can pull that down.